Michael Jordan's extremely expensive house has been on the market for 10 years now. He's almost cut the price in half and tried to sweeten the deal in other ways, like throwing in a pair of Air Jordans. So how does it look from the inside? Even from above, Michael Jordan's mansion in Highland Park, Illinois, which is 56,000 square feet and covers 7 acres, looks like a huge building. When you walk up to this property from the ground, it is clear that the famous number 23 Michael Jordan used to own it. This may be one of the things that keeps it from being sold. Bruce Bowers of Bowers Realty Group said it's obviously his house, and he went on to say it would take a lot of work to make it yours. The home's original price per square foot was $517, but it has since been cut several times. It's now on sale for $14.9 million, which is about $265 per square foot. Compared to the original price, this is a big drop. The exact price is $14,855,000, and when those numbers are added together, they make the number 23, which is Michael Jordan's jersey number. The property is sure to be private because the road that leads to it is winding and there are big trees all around it. Jordan had the house and the land around it built from the ground up to fit his needs. The area outside turns out to be very pretty. There's an infinity pool with a grass island in the middle of a huge patio, a tennis court, and a putting green on the lawn. Finishing off the putting green are flagpoles with the Jordan brand on them. Besides that, there's also a pond with fish in it. Even though the outside has a huge and undeniably impressive area, the inside is just as impressive. The first thing people see when they walk into the building is a scene like the one below, which also has a piano in the background. The room with the piano can also be used as a sitting room, making it one of several in the house. And here's a look at another place to sit that's been called the Great Room. However, this isn't the only great room in the house. Even things like doorways show Jordan's taste for luxury. The first Playboy mansion was in Chicago, which is where the 2 doors you can see below came from. They give guests access to a game room with a pool table. Since Michael Jordan used to live there, it shouldn't be a surprise that this place has a basketball court that can fit a full court. It's the most important part of the house. On both ends of the court, the name of the legend is written, and the names of his sons and daughters are written in the Jumpman logo in the middle. However, the name of his daughter is hidden from view. Guests will be able to pass the time while waiting for their turn on the court by sitting in this area. When guests got to the dining area, they could eat at this Baghdad table. This grid on top of the table is based on the streets of Baghdad. As part of the theme, there are restaurants with intricate designs. A beautiful skylight is put right above the kitchen table, which is a great place for it. A large fish tank is hidden in the wall of one of the dining rooms, which is right next to the kitchen. In total, the house has 9 bedrooms and 19 bathrooms. 19! Also, there's a cigar room that's been decorated with a lot of care, right down to the ceiling. Even the handrail of the cigar room is designed in a way that makes it look very nice. Jordan is known for loving to gamble, so it's likely that he spent some time in the cigar room playing high-stakes poker at one of the many card tables there. In addition, the house has a gym that is well equipped. A Concierge Auctions distributed interview says that Jordan's Bulls teammates used to work out there every morning. Jordan's huge wine cellar is another luxurious thing about this property. It was said that Jordan's favorite room was the one in the library that was on the 2nd floor. It has a movie screen that you can lower when you're not using it. In the space between the patio and the main house, there's another TV room with a 110-inch screen. There used to be an indoor swimming pool in this area. After Jordan moved in, he fixed up the space and made the walls on both sides movable. With these walls, the gathering space can be turned into an indoor or outdoor space depending on what the users want and what the weather's like outside. The house has a lot of media rooms spread out in different places. Even the corners that don't seem to belong, like the one below, have TVs in them. The property also has a 3-bedroom guest house that is separate from the main house and has its own kitchen and family room. Jordan lived in the main house for the first 19 years of his time there. The house comes with all of the furniture, but some of the items may be a little worn. Even though the house looks great, it has been on sale since 2012. Jordan tried to sell the mansion at auction in 2013, but the minimum price of $13 million was never reached. Jordan said, "Many of the most valuable things in the world are sold at auction, and Concierge Auctions is the clear winner when it comes to selling unique real estate at auction." Concierge Auctions is an auction house that sells real estate that's one of a kind. Michael Jordan's estate has not been sold, even though there have been creative ways to market it, like selling to wealthy people in a country that is crazy about basketball. In 2015, the real estate agent who was trying to sell the house told the buyer that in addition to the house, the buyer would also get every version of Air Jordans in his or her size. This promise was not kept, though. Adam Rosenfeld, co-founder and CEO of the luxury real estate company Mercer Vine, told MarketWatch in 2016 that Jordan was having a hard time selling the house because of all the different improvements. Rosenfeld said that the mansion was not in an area that wealthy celebrities looking for homes would want to live in. Gail Lissner of Integra Realty Resources said that the neighborhood is far more humble than what Jordan's house might make you think, but there's no need to worry that the property will fall apart while it's on the market and not sold. The staff members that Jordan hired to keep the mansion in perfect shape are still taking care of it. Jordan still has to pay a lot of money for property taxes. Zillow thinks that since he put the house on the market in 2012, he's paid more than $2.5 million in property taxes. The cost is more than $130,000 a year, and Zillow thinks he's already paid that much since he put the house on the market in 2012. One problem is that Jordan might think that because he's famous, the house is worth more than it really is. Steven Shapiro of Westside Estate Agency, on the other hand, says that people don't pay more for a house just because a famous person used to live there. But you do know who tends to think that a property's value has gone up because a famous person used to live there, Shapiro pointed out, the well-known person who's trying to sell it. Another problem is that the building is in the wrong place. Most of the homes in this area that cost this much are closer to Lake Michigan, which is a few miles to the east of where Jordan used to live. Missy Gervita of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services told The Real Deal that buyers in that price range and in that neighborhood usually want to be closer to the lake. After that, Jordan put his house in Chicago on the market. He's since moved to North Carolina and bought a home in a neighborhood with a golf course and a lakefront. The house is in Cornelius, which is about a half-hour drive from where the Charlotte Hornets play. Jordan is the team's owner in the NBA. After being on the market for $4 million, MJ was only able to pay $2.8 million for the property. Jordan is said to have spent $4.8 million on a home on a golf course in Jupiter, Florida in 2013. Then he reportedly spent $7.6 million to fix up the house. He also has a condo right in the middle of downtown Charlotte, in the same building where Cam Newton lives. Reports say that the units cost anywhere from $1.5 million and $3.5 million. Jordan recently put his 10,000 square foot property in Park City, Utah on the market for $7.5 million. The general opinion among experts is that it will sell faster than the Chicago compound did. He's still hoping that someone in the Chicago area will buy the house. Since he's said to be worth $1.9 billion, he has the money to wait around until the right buyer comes along before selling his old house in Chicago. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.